Hello everyone and welcome back to our, well, tiny Voss city that we have right here. Well, not so tiny anymore really. 20,000 population that we have so far. Also lots of workforce right now, and we want to only increase with that. The first thing that I would like to do right away is upgrading once more. We do have a lot of upgradable buildings here, especially my farmers right here in the city center. That's not looking good, right? Having so many farmers there. So let's just go ahead and upgrade them. We do have the timber for that. There's also a few here and here. We might actually get rid of some of them here to have, well, I don't know, a big representative building or something like that. Now, also on that side here, lots of farmers. Timber-wise, it's fine. Brick-wise, oh, we are struggling hard right now. Brick-wise, I need to think about something. But let's go ahead and upgrade more farmers. We got 4,000 farmers as a surplus, which is of course way too much. It's crazy, really. We never will need that much that many farmers. There should also be right now, yep, there it is, a clipper on its way with some more tons of bricks. These we need to upgrade more people to artisans, especially my pescatarians here. Lots of them can be upgraded, and as we can see, we do still need a few of them, right? We do need 150 more. Then we can unlock the university, and then we can upgrade the artisans here. Now, when we continue with upgrading so many houses, of course, my consumption rates will skyrocket. We need to be very careful there, especially since we have two populations. Always scroll down there as well and see what we need. For example, the olive soap is really going down there right now. It's at 0. The same goes with my slaughterhouses. These things that we need to address rather quickly. By the way, those slaughterhouses, we might actually push them to another island at some point. They are adding a lot of unattractiveness to my town. Let's build 3 of them. And as we can see, this once again is pushing us to the lowest level there is. The dreary. Oh, actually, it's ordinary city, right? This looked like we were pushing down there. But we're an ordinary city now. An ordinary as in a bachelor with a fine personality. All right. And I guess the pig farms though, or the piggies, those we will need to increase though in size. So that's this one here, and we do have a couple of resources. This one looks quite overwhelmed. Let's go ahead and have the warehouse upgraded here as well for all those pig farms. Can we, by the way, do something here? Not that much. And I fear that if we even do it only slightly or a slight increase, we do get riots here, and I can't afford that. I don't want to build police stations everywhere. It's crazy expensive after all. Now I think there is my clipper with the bricks. Let's get in there. And we definitely also would like to expand the docklands, right? We are using the sewing machines here right now. That's the only trade contract that we can use right now. So I do need to expand because I would like to make my sewing machines my best sellers once more. And we can, with that, reduce the raw materials that we need to produce. Level 45, perfect. And where is my olive? There we have the olive. We can, yeah, but let's probably build 2 of them. This is another increase. Holy cow, it's also expensive, really. So just that we can push the soaps there. So that's 4 more soap coming in per minute. This should last us a bit, right? So this should solve the problem that we have there. Tools is really problematic because it requires iron and steel. Then we have the suits, the canned fish, the bottled beer. It's a bit fine, but holy moly, we will need to expand on a lot of production chains short-term wise. Now, the potatoes are coming in, so I'm hoping that we can get rid of a lot of fields here then soon. My next target would be then my foresters, right? So we don't need to really use all that space for foresters. And the other thing is my sheep farms. So we already get the sheeps now from my other islands. I just need to find them again. So there we have it. In Bannock, we have our sheep replacement production. So we have at the moment 12 working in Voss, and I will need to get all of these 12, of course, activated here in Bannock. We already have 2 working. That's a great start. Farmer-wise, it should be fine. We can just build a few more farmer houses if we need to. And let's go ahead, build us the next warehouse up there, and then we can build the next sheep farms, the next warehouse, and the next sheep farms. So with that, we have 11. Let's build another warehouse, and let's also finish those sheep farms there, right? So we have 17 now. That's a good surplus production, which is totally fine. We just need really to have a couple more farmers here. It's perfect to have so much timber for the basic stuff. There you go. And with that, the balance or the farmer workforce is balanced again. We already have a large trading post here thanks to, well, one of my opponents that did the work, and we basically just conquered it. I could also go ahead and have, since we do have a bit of bricks there, build us a depot. That's actually, I think, a smart thing to do. So let's build us a depot there right next to the warehouse, and that's basically it. Do we have trade route already? We do, and it's already transporting. Castaway is the ship for that. Probably will need a second clipper because we got really a lot of stuff now being produced in Bannock, but we'll just wait for that. That's the hemp there as well. All right, that's coming in. Perfect. Bricks and timber is full again, so we can continue here with the city expansion. We do have our pescatarians. Let's go ahead and upgrade more of them to artisans. Here in the city center, I would like to continue with that. As many as possible, preferable. There you go. With the beautiful roof colors, and we're really limited by timber. That's good. That's very good indeed. There we have now the university unlocked as well, so I will need a university for this whole district there. So let's just make room for that, and here we could then squeeze it in just nicely, probably with a bit of green area right next to a few ornaments, something like that. Right, with a paved roads we can then boost the range, especially also all the way down there. Let's just try this one out as it is being connected then here, and then we kind of like go all the way down there, and this should offer us, oh yes, a very nice area of influence there for the university. And a third university I was planning then for this area anyway, right, so that we have the whole connection around our city there. I think we could actually go ahead and build this university right away. There you go. We have a different color, perhaps something roof or blue wise. No, we don't, unfortunately. Let's have some paved roads around it. Right, it's also rather close to my variety theater, so actually in a nice neighborhood. Then we're going with some paved roads just around it so that it does look civilized. After all, we have a lot of dirt roads there still. And then we could go ahead. I mean, this one is of course not really looking ideal, so I might push this one a bit further over here, right? And then we have a bit more space here for a nice little university garden or something like that. And there you go, a little park here where people can sit with some trees and also some benches, some lights. So, well, actually we haven't played during nighttime yet that much, but they do offer some nice lighting there as well. If people actually need to study that long, then they have the ability here on a nice warm summer evening. Also, timber is coming in again, so I would like to continue here. There you go, so that we can really finish this whole row. And then these people there as well, close to my university. That's it, perfect. As we can see, they're fully staffed now, these guys here. So the pescatarian engineers are coming in now. Let's just check real quick what we do need there still. Actually nothing. So our whole production was enough for all of these upgrades there. Oh, Alonso's island, main island is under siege there by 2 ship of the lines though. So it's not a conquest really. Nothing that Alonso needs to worry about. Meanwhile, let's just check for the normal artisans. We have the canned food. That is the only thing that's missing right now. Iron we have plenty of coming in again. That is also the case for the beef and the red peppers. So we can continue there. I'm already getting the potatoes in from the docklands. So I'm going to halve this whole thing here now by getting rid of these potato fields. We don't really need them anymore. It does add a bit of attractiveness because we get basically some nature area back again. But of course only for a short time, right? So this is not really something that stays because we're going to have some production here now. Let's have a path over there so that we can start a whole new industry area for that. And then we have our canned food production. Now we do need the artisanal kitchen for that, the cannery and iron ore, but fortunately not that much of it, right? So 1 iron mine would already be fine for 6 canneries. Let's just check how many we need. We do need around 1 per minute right now. So that's about 0.7 canneries for the production. So 2 at least that we need for this one. I'm going with 4 as my basic production and 4 in return. This is a really complicated production chain here by the way, because of the numbers, right? So the artisanal kitchen is producing every 2 minutes. The cannery produces every 1.5 minutes. And the consumption rate is 1 at the moment. So if we go with the amount of 4 that I would like to have of canned food long-term wise, right? We do need 6 canneries that I need to squeeze in somehow here. And then also 8 artisanal kitchens to get the math right. 4 of these guys here. Of course not. It's not going to be that easy squeezing them in like this one. This one is actually working. 6 we would need in total. Couple of things that I can do here to make up for more, or that can make more room. We do have the sheep farms now, right? So the wool is already coming in. Let's get rid of all of them. The frame magnetus is the only thing really that matters here still. The frame magnetus we can actually keep there, and the space that is available now we can move the distilleries to, right? So this one here, one by one, each one of these costs me a bit, so we need to be not really careful, but we just need to keep it in mind that we do have some additional cost with that. Let's just go ahead, make us some nice blocks there as well, and then I'm basically just copying this whole thing over there now.
Ship under attack.
Very nice. There we have now all the distilleries. Let's upgrade this warehouse there, as there is of course more carts now moving back and forth. This one is new, and then we have some room as well for future upgrades. This leaves me with a lot of additional space once again that we have in this area, and this in return gives me the opportunity of actually squeezing in more of these canneries than that we need. So 6 I said. Let's just try to get the most of them into this whole row here, so that's 4. Then we have the warehouse there that I'm probably going to keep because yep, there is, for the potato fields we still need that. That's the 4 of them, and that's 2 of them, and that's basically it, right? And then we really just need the artisanal kitchens. They are fortunately a bit smaller, so 8 of them, that should be possible. Let's just try to squeeze in some 6 here. Perfect. And then we can squeeze in like that, because we will never need more than that. I'm confident, at least. I hope I'm right. There you go. The only thing, let's have another warehouse here and another warehouse here. And then we actually have lots of space available still that we can use for future upgrades, future productions, or if I'm mistaken, we do need a bit more expansion than for the canneries, but that's going to be fine for now. Now for the first, I think, let's say 2 that I want to have, we do need 3 canneries and, well, 4 artisanal kitchens. That's really expensive, by the way. Let's just go ahead and have the warehouses, both of them built, and then 2 kitchens and 2 kitchens. Look at that. It's using also very high quality materials, right? So, that's expensive. And then I'm going with 3 canneries. Can we build them all at once? We can do this. All right, 45,000. This also costs me. Really expensive. And to shorten the delivery times, let's use paved roads here. And that's actually my last tons of bricks that we're using with that. By the way, we have some empty space here. We could use our industrial ornaments with that, so, or for that. So in this case here, you know, some crates that are lying around here, and perhaps also some metal piping. That's it, really. Just so that we have tiny few things there that make it up for. Perfect. So that's the iron ore now coming in. We really don't need a lot of that for the canneries. It's really all about the goulash, and that needs to flow. There's the occasional attack on my main fleet, but we don't really worry about that. Speaking about my main fleet, we have plenty of influence left, so I could continue here with the next ship of the line production. And let's also, get the next clipper on the way with the remaining timber. Boy, timber is still something that we need to wait for, but also my bricks. Archie, how about you? You're not really selling me that much here of my bricks. I will also need a 3rd toolmaker here to make up for the additional consumption. This once again also affects my steel production. Steel production right now is looking not so great anymore. We do have the additional iron coming in, so I can build the next furnaces. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's build 1 and 2. Oh, and there's the timber once again, but at least this one we got. We need to be careful though with the coal and the iron. I think coal is looking fantastic because we got 3 additional coal mines working here. The iron though, we will need to get a few more mines from the other islands. This one is still possible. Perfect. Let's go ahead and build us a warehouse here. We actually do have the resources for that, I hope. There you go. Another iron mine in Yossi as well. And there should be already the trade route. Perfect, from Yossi to Voss. Also some more attacks over here in the new world, but it's just tiny ships attacking my ship of the lines.
Don't stop there.
Very nice. Canned food is coming in. Let's activate it for my normal artisans, and there you go. That's also a bit more taxes coming in once more. We can also check now if we are right on the consumption rate. They're not fully working yet, right? So we got +1. We will be going to +3 once my production is in full swing, which should be happening now anytime then here. In this case there. A bit of a mistake I did, I guess, because the canneries are within range. The artisanal kitchens deliver the goulash over there. Look at that. This is horrible because, yeah, it's a long way. It's a lot of wasting of time, basically. So what I could do here is I could...
I'm a pragmatist, you see.
Oh, trade right with the Admiral. We should consider this. Yes, let's go ahead with that. 13,000 you wanted. I can do that. Let's just go ahead and have my artisanal kitchens over there for now, and these kitchens here, let's get them over there for now, and they can work on that and deliver it right to my canneries then, making this a bit more of a block like this. Perfect. And then we could have more of them closer by. This actually makes a bit more sense to me. Also, let's make this block here complete, and then we can make this block here complete, and these guys here could then deliver to these canneries there, shortening the delivery times either way, which is the important thing here. And then we actually have some room for something else, but this is working a bit better than before. It's coming in, and that also means that my next artisans would like to upgrade. So as we can see, we got a full bunch of upgrades ahead of us, if we can afford that, that is. But of course, we start with the first guys, because we do need to unlock the engineers for especially also my oil production. And there's actually some workers in here that shouldn't belong there. And yeah, basically have a lot of stuff to upgrade. Where should we start with it? We could start right here at the beginning. And I think I do that with starting a row here of engineers. There you go. And with that, we have reached the age of science and wonder. With the remaining bricks that I have, perhaps we can finish this main avenue there. There you go. So that we at least have a bit of civilization in here. Oh, and Sean. I think we just discovered Sean, because he's talking with us. Anyway, they're fine now. There they are, content engineers, as we can see, and they do have quite a lot of demands. Also, these are the pescatarians. Once they're converting pescatarians. So residences with the canned fish or suits needs fulfilled are provided with canned food and fur coats in addition. This is really cool. So that means now that if we had artisans, pescatarians, they become engineers now. They're becoming full engineers, but they get the bonus supply of canned fish and suits, canned food and fur coats, right? So this is fulfilled without any consumption there, as long as I provide suits, and suits is so much cheaper. As we can see, there's also penny farm things now, and that's basically it for my engineers on that side. And then we could also start with the first engineer upgrades on the other side as well. There you go. And this will finally also give us, first of all, more ornaments that we are going to need, and also, there it is, the commute pier that we can finally use to share the workforce between our islands. Okay, there's more bricks coming in from Archie once more, giving us 200 tons. This speeds up my upgrades. We definitely do want to get more engineers now in, because with them we can unlock a whole bunch of new buildings. By the way, I got a lot of workers in between here as well. Let's really start out with this whole block there, with upgrading the workers, and then of course upgrading to engineers, those guys. And as we can see also, they do look a bit different. By the way, capital city stages, hooray! Gives me even more buildings. Also the bicycles now, and the steam motors and steamships. The pescatarian engineers have the black roof, right? And the blue ones are normal vanilla engineers that work for us. There you go, with a few more upgrades.
We've not met before, have we?
Oh, there's also the land of lions and the tourists introducing themselves. By the way, let's just check. Oh yeah, really, there's a whole bunch of tourist buildings now, and the modern residences have been upgraded. This is also pescatarian mod. This one gives me finally the ability to upgrade my workers to skyscraper workers. We're going to have a look at that pretty soon. This is a whole new mechanic there as well. But for now, we should be content with the upgrades. So let's go ahead and have some more artisans here. These are the normal ones that we can also afford. Way too many workers there for my taste that we have there also here right at the entrance of my city. And then also a few more pescatarian artisans as we progress further up. And of course, we could also get a few more engineers here along this line there, as this street there is leading then right to my monuments, right? So where we do have them. That case here, there is a nice really a nice block there with these stones there that we could use for something, right? We could have a statue there, perhaps. It wouldn't be so bad. We could also have a small park, but let's have a statue there for now. We could have something else then in the future. For now, that's really cool, because this is the statue that is separating my city into 2 blocks, right? That's really cool there, after all. Few more materials we have. I would really like to get my first engineer block finished. That's this one here now. And then perhaps also a few more there. Perfect. And then we're out of timber once more. Then we can also now use the courtrooms then with the spring fountains. And let's just have some more paved roads then here as well as the city evolves. No more other buildings, unfortunately. I was hoping for some more buildings that we could use there. So far so good. We got the engineers now on both sides, and now we can also upgrade the workers to skyscrapers, but we're going to look at that in the next episode. Stay tuned.